Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a bins haul and I am so excited. It is early on a Saturday morning and I got up to film this video because I am so excited to share with you all. I have not been to the bins since before summer and I only live 20 minutes away, but I was trying to be a really good reseller and get my life together as far as like just junk in our house. And every time I would get myself to where I only want enough unlisted inventory that will fit on these particular shelves that I have. Every time I would get caught up, a family member would bring over free inventory, which I am not complaining. One of my kids would want to do a closet clean out, or they have to, so I kept having more and more items to list. And so I finally told myself when I forget what my goal was, but I put it on the calendar and I went and I was there for 6 hours. And it was great. So I'm gonna share with you, I ended up with a total of 44 pounds, but I split my Once Upon a Child items. I'm going to do a separate video for that. You guys seem to want to take you to the buy sell trade store, and I have an entire tote full. So I weighed that stuff separately. I know what I have cost into those. So today we're gonna just go over the stuff that I plan to list online, maybe keep for us, and then I've got some stuff for the Play-Dohs and the women's buy-sell trade. So I have what you're about to see right now, minus there's a piece of, I needed a veil. I love when you go to the bins and you find something you're after. I needed to make a veil for part of Molly's Halloween costume. And I found some white tulle and then part of a little girl's costume that makes it look like cobwebs. I found exactly what I needed. That is next door at my mom's because she's already sewing and working on that. So that was not even probably a half a pound worth of items, but awesome to find just what I needed. And also a white button-up, no brand shirt because we needed some of the fabric. So maybe $1 into that stuff. So our bins are $1.99 a pound here in Orlando, Florida. I was at the Taft location. People always ask. It's easier for me. I live probably in the middle of the two locations we have, but this one is much easier for me to get to and I don't have to take a highway, so that's great. So for this stuff, I had $58.62 into approximately 27.5 pounds, and we're gonna jump right in. So you guys know also when I go to the bins, my goal is to always find a shirt for my mom, something for my mom. Just why not? She lives next door and she's always very excited to see what I bring home. So today I actually found this much for her and she only, 2 of them didn't work out, but these are things that my mom is going to be keeping. Hold on, that's actually her t-shirt. This was so pretty. We are going on a cruise. I think I've mentioned, I feel like we're always going on a cruise. But when you live in Florida, it's just the easiest, cheapest, and most fun vacations because we only live like 40 minutes from the port. So we are gonna be going on a cruise in a couple of months. And so when I saw this, I said, my mom needs this, but it's Martha Stewart. I didn't even know she made clothing. 100% linen. Goodwill originally wanted $9. And I had a friend ask me if everything has tags on. Only some things. I would say that it's like 50-50 things that come from the store and just raw donations, which the raw donations are what we like because that means it hasn't been sitting on a shelf. So this is a 100% linen blouse. Excellent, like new condition, beautiful. I only got one item that wasn't in like new condition. Otherwise, the things that I got for my mom, I also got them knowing if she doesn't want them, they will be going to the women's buy-sell trade store. So same thing for items I get for my kids. But she liked that one. Same for this Ralph Lauren long sleeve button up. Just a pretty little blouse. Goodwill wanted $12 on that. This is the brand Women Within. It's a catalog brand. I'm pretty sure my mom already has this shirt in another color, but this just looked like something she would love. So those 3 shirts are what I got that she's keeping. And then these 2, I didn't think they were her style, but she tried them on anyway. And my buy-sell trade will definitely want them. It's Loft, a blouse. I'll put that down here for women's buy-sell trade. And this is just Philosophy, same difference. I wish this was what I like to wear when I am teaching, but I really didn't find much in my size this day. Happy October. It's still 1,000 degrees here in Orlando, but we've had some breeze, which has been nice. So I wore a festive shirt for you. Okay, just because it's how I have these items, the next item bunch, I have a tote here ready to go. Came prepared today for things I plan to take to Play-Dohs. This is just Primark, just a little wallet. This is a New with the Tags hat by the brand Cat Lady. Mellow Meow trucker hat. It says keep calm. These are selling around $15 on Posh when I looked it up, but I figured they would buy that from me. Now I'm curious, those of you that go to bins, do you bring your own bags? And if so, do you pay for them? Like, I have done it both ways. I've gone with just a huge cart and had my bags that I just had on my arm. I'm like, well, they've never questioned me. I guess they can pull the camera if I say I brought these with me. But this day I didn't want to spend all the time packing at the end. And so I just paid for my own bags. Like I had it ready to go in the cart filled with my Once Upon a Child stuff. And so I paid for 3 of these big, you'll see it. But anyway, I needed one more I wanted my Play-Doh stuff to be a little separate. So I did buy a bag that I intend to take to Play-Doh. So just curious, do you pay for your own bags? Like, so you pre-bag it or do you hold them on your, they do give us free bags if you want them, but they're those Goodwill bags. And I had to walk pretty far to my car carrying, how many pounds? 44 pounds. That's the worst part. Anyway, this is just the brand Vans, and it's just a canvas tote. It's not quite a pound, but I feel like that's something Play-Dohs would want. I won't get much for it, but it helped me out by being another sturdy bag to carry stuff on the way out. So dual purpose, and that I can now sell it. Okay. You know what? All of this stuff wasn't. There's a couple pieces that weren't. We'll get there. All right, this is Juicy Couture Black Label. Never heard of that line, but this is just a cute little skirt. And I did go onto the Play-Dohs I go to's Instagram page, and they have a list. Every week they post a list of things that they're looking to buy this week. Skirts, it said short skirts and maxi skirts. So we'll see. These, I don't know why these were in this pile, but I was giving up at the end. If you go to the bins, my back was on fire. I don't get thirsty or hungry at all when I'm in the bins and I don't have to use the bathroom, and the time flies by. I don't know. I always say it's just a time vortex. That's what happens. Like I'm going to stay for 3 hours and all of a sudden it's 6 hours, but I was about to be done because I hadn't found anything in a couple minutes, and I felt these and I was like, yes, these are Vuori. The last Vuori pants I got, I kept for myself because they're so comfortable, but these are just little shorts. I need to sell them. I'm not going to keep them. I don't know. They're so comfortable. And these probably cost me $1. Fantastic. Okay, so these are definitely not Play-Dohs. They still need to be washed, but I don't wash everything I find at the bins. Like this is brand new, so obviously I'm not going to wash it. I wash things that need to be washed. Someone asked me that question on Instagram recently. All right, this is just a little Shein. I don't ever pick up Shein even for Play-Dohs, but this one was New with the Tag, so I figured I would try, and this weighs nothing. This, you guys know I'm in Orlando. I find Disney stuff all the time, and it used to sell so great, but now I only list the New with the Tags things because this type of stuff, like this is a really cute jacket. Yeah, all the full zip jacket with the spell out on the back. It's nice, but I just have a hard time moving Disney. I mean, I could sell it cheap, yes, but right now, because like I said, I had no business bringing home any inventory to sell, I'm fine with just taking whatever Play-Dohs wants to give me. I average around $4 a piece from Play-Dohs. Goodwill wanted $10 for this, and it's a small. So like that does not, usually I wash jackets, but this one looks good. All right, this is a pair of, these definitely need a wash. They have a couple spots that look like they'll come right out. Otherwise, they feel crispy. These are just a pair of men's Volcom shorts. I don't believe they're board shorts. They just are like the hybrid, could be either. This jacket is so cute. Another Disney jacket, but it's not often, and it's, when I say Disney, I'm talking only Disney parks. And I don't pick up the like Target or Walmart Disney unless it's New with the Tags for the buy sell trade stores. For personal use, sure, but this is Chippendale. And what I love is when I showed, my kids always like to see what I get for them. They know, oh, what did you get? Especially not my kids, my girls. My son could care less. They like to see everything. And as soon as they saw this, they started singing Chippendale Rescue Rangers. I'm like, it made me happy because that's an old school show. So anyway, Play-Dohs. This, I'm not sure what it is. Our Play-Dohs does have a section of bras and bralettes. This is Victoria's Secret, but it feels brand new. That's why I picked it up. The tag is still nice and crisp. I don't know if it's a bathing suit because it feels kind of like bathing suit material. I don't know, and I don't know how they'll know, but we're gonna try because it weighed nothing. This is Chaps, pretty shirt. My mom would have liked this if it was her size. This is gonna go to Style Encore. They are also looking for Halloween items at Plato's, and I knew that, but I would have picked this stuff up anyway. It blows my mind at the bins this day. They had, you guys know the huge blue things. They had 6 of them, so 3 on each side, full of Halloween. That's how I found the little dress for my daughter. It was wild. Like, it's just now October 3rd or 4th. They could sell that stuff, but you know, I think they only keep stuff on the floor for 30 days. So this is, I don't know, Jason? Is this the Jason shirt? Yes. It's in like new condition. I only picked up the ones where this tag up here was like perfect. I do have to wash them all because they're kind of wrinkly. Ours usually has a sports section. I'm in Florida, so it is a Florida team, but this is Miami Dolphins. I don't know if I would have picked it up if it was a non-Florida team. This was interesting. These seem brand new, and there was 2 of them, but in 2 different sizes. So just some Halloween t-shirts. Hopefully they want those. It's just on a Gildan tag, so I'm not sure where those would have been sold. They seem really nice quality, like screen printed, like somebody didn't do that at home. This I saw someone throw back, and I know it has some dirt marks on it, and these are just Disney, like I was saying, but they're new with a tag. They're so cute. They're Winnie the Pooh joggers. They're only an extra small. They're very soft. These are my daughter's size, so you'll see, there's a dirt mark, but that looks like it's from falling on the floor. It looks like I can just wipe that off with a wipe. If not, these will become my daughter's and she'll be happy about it. All right, that was my Play-Doh stuff. So there wasn't enough to have like a whole separate little video. So I will take that stuff when I go to Once Upon a Child. It won't be this week because I am teaching 7th grade science for the entire week. If you guys follow my Instagram, I post on my stories every day there. I have been substitute teaching almost full time at my kids' school. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's a K through 8, so I teach everything, and I've been spending some time in elementary this last week, so I'm very excited to go back to middle school. All right, these are so fun. If you know me, you know I wear Hey Dudes like every day. How cool are these? But they're not my size. They are actually in brand new condition. They are a youth 6. Look at these dinosaurs. So these were actually in the bins already. When I got there, you'll see my most favorite find. I walked in about 8:12. They opened at 8 o'clock, and they must have had a shoe rotation like the last night. They hadn't done the first rotation of the day yet. So I just walked over and these were just in the shoe bin. Wild. So those I will be listing myself. Use the Play-Doh stuff. I've talked about these before. This is a Baby Merlin's Magic Sleep Suit. It looks like a little marshmallow. They do sell these at Once Upon a Child for like 12 to 15, but so I don't ever buy them to sell because they do price them up, but I'm gonna list this one myself. So I'll be able to sell these for probably 20, and you always wanna make sure this tag is not totally faded, but parents whose babies sleep well in these are willing to buy them secondhand. I can't quite figure out what these are, so let me know. Michael tried to Google lens. There's 2 of them I found in the same bin. Not even this one, just with clothes. Both new with the tag. They're Kuromi by Sanrio. I think that these are like phone charms, maybe? I don't know. I thought maybe they were from a Happy Meal, but he found that they're selling, they say 2023 Sanrio. So I don't know. I was trying to find out where they were sold. Like, are they just like from Poshmark or something? Maybe I thought maybe they were gonna be from a Happy Meal, but anyway, they're selling for like 10 bucks a piece. So I figured I might list them together. None of my kids are into Hello Kitty. All right, I behaved. I had 3 items in my cart that were project pieces. I don't have time for any projects right now. Like I said, I'm working almost full time. I'm still trying to get my 5 listings up a day. That's my goal. And I am at my son's school for like 8 hours a week volunteering with the marching band. This was a bye week for us. So the next 5 games, 4 of them are home games. So I'm busy all that to tell you. I told myself I could take home one project. Project meaning it needs to soak in OxiClean, something like that. So I had a Sweet Honey, which is a kid's brand, like this really cool shirt that my daughter would have liked, but there were stains all over it, and I just couldn't figure out what the stains were, if I could get it out. And then I found a Lily Pulitzer dress that somebody wore several times. It's still like in new condition, like the dress itself, but you can see it's sweat. I don't know, could be some self-tanner on the inside of it, but the rest of the dress is actually in pretty great condition. Like there's a couple spots. So this, I'm okay if I ruin it, but this is just going to go in an overnight. I use a bucket. Lowe's had pink buckets, so I had to have one as my OxiClean soaking bucket. So we'll see. I love Lily Pulitzer. Y'all know this is my jam. Sadly, it's not my size, but if this comes out good, I will list it. And it's at least gonna be $25. I haven't looked up the style or anything. It is an old tag. The new tag is white, goldish, so project. Okay, I wanted to show you guys. Here's my cute pink bucket. This water instantly, the moment I put this dress in here, turned like this and automatically, like it was coming clean. So I don't think it was self-tanner. Honestly, I think it was just sweat. Ew, and it smells gross, but yes, you can use OxiClean on colors. I've had people ask me that before. I do when I'm doing color. I don't know if it's necessary. I throw in a color catching sheet. I won't be able to find it right now, but there is one in here. I buy them in bulk on Amazon, but look how gross this water is. Ew. All right, so I will show you the final result, but I am gonna let this sit for several hours. Often I do it overnight, but I am doing laundry today, so we'll check back in a little while. Y'all, I have a lot of faith in OxiClean, but I have to say this one, it always amazes me. Absolutely amazing. I soaked it for about only 2 hours because I went over and I noticed that the spots were gone. I mean, this dress is absolutely flawless now. Like the whole thing. And I ran it through the washer and I dried it on low for like 15 minutes just to get the wrinkles out. And it is like, oh my gosh, it was so stained. It was so bad. So project piece and OxiClean for the win. All right, this I went back and forth. I did find some comps, so I am gonna list it myself. Originally, I was going to take it to Plato's, but it's in excellent condition. It's an Athleta dress. It's an extra large. If it had been anything smaller than a large, I would be taking it, but it's just a tank top, midi or maxi length dress in fabulous condition. This is pretty, I feel like if you like Lily Pulitzer, if you live in Florida, you like Simply Southern. I have a ton of their t-shirts. I forget often, Simply Southern, that they sell other kind of clothes. This is a blouse. It's really pretty. It's an extra large and it's new with a tag, which is why I got it. I would have picked it up if it wasn't new with tags for the buy sell trade store, but this is a $48 retail price on here. So I will list that. I like listing anything that's brand new, that's a brand. All right, I said I would never buy this type of thing again, but here I am, because it's the bins. This is Frankie's Bikinis. This is the Sydney Terry bottom, so just a bottom, but it's new with the tags. It still has the liner in it. I have no idea how this goes. I don't know, there's only one. I gotta figure this out. Hopefully, I'll find a photo, but this weighed nothing. Frankie's Bikinis is a great brand. So I would not have picked it up if it wasn't brand new though, being only one piece. These, you guys will have to help me. I've only sold this brand once before. This was in a brand new bin. I never stand in line for the rotations. It stresses me out. But the way our bins works, everybody stands in their line. They let you go stand up in front of the new bins. And then they say, literally this fast. Okay, go. Okay, if you're standing in the middle or anywhere else, you can join. Like that fast. So I just casually walk over, you know, it's a whole thing. So anyway, I saw this, I grabbed it, I threw it in the bag. I didn't give it a second look, but it's Essentials, Fear of God. Like I said, I've sold this brand only one other time. There is like a couple dirt spots that I think will come out. I don't remember how to find out if it's real. You know, usually for this kind of thing, I'm just going to look up similars and look at the pictures of tags of other people, but maybe is there another way I can know for sure? Here they are, they're shorts. So I figure if they're not real, maybe Plato's at least would buy them, but they feel very nice. Oh, and they have, I don't know if this is supposed to have, it's like flush. I don't know if that's supposed to be raised. I don't know, got some research to do on those. Got a pair of Spanx. These are not new, but they still sell for like 12 to 15, and they're easy to list. This I'm gonna keep for my daughter. My husband hates these shirts. You should have seen how long it took him. This is the Twist and Go Tank Twist something by Lululemon. But they are, when they get all tangled up, it is a whole thing. But this is her size, and I told her she could wear that. She goes one day of the week, she goes straight from a contemporary dance class to youth group, and she usually wears just like a little jacket over it, so she can have that. I did keep a kids piece to list myself because I love the brand Lulu plus Rue. We've talked about that before. Just such good quality, so well made. This looks much bigger than a 3T, but I love it. These were in a new shoe rotation. People were digging and digging, and it was just sitting on top, so I just reached in and said thank you very much. This is UGG, new in the package, men's sheepskin insoles, size 9, super simple listing. These were my find of the day. They're only gonna bring in maybe 40, 50, but I've had this brand on my BOLO list. I have found them at Buy Sell Trade, but they were always priced up more than I was willing to spend. But they're Freebirds. Freebird without an S is the actual brand. But these were just chilling in the bin. This is the first item I found when I walked in. They'd been sitting there overnight, but they look a mess if you don't know. But these are the Aaron with a Y. The only problem is that the size comes on a sticker underneath of this sticker. So I don't know what size they are, but between the 3 girls in my house, we can usually try things on and figure it out, and I'll measure them and compare other sizes, but I don't care. They're overall, I mean, leather soles always look like that, but by the rubber, you can tell they really weren't worn that much, so yay, cross an item off my BOLO list. These, something I didn't need to pick up, but this is why the bins I come home with so much. This is Hearth and Ham with Magnolia, brand new with the tag, a 3 set of washcloths, so we can always use more washcloths, right? I'll look and see if those are selling for anything. They only retailed for $8. These are always a solid, list for $32, sell for $25. Teva flip-flop sandals. I know you're supposed to say Teva. I worked at Discovery Cove for a couple years, and my husband worked at Aquatica, and they used to actually issue us these shoes. Now they're allowed to wear Crocs, but we got issued the good ones, better than this. I actually sold my work shoes years later on one of the platforms, but they always said, go get your Tevas, and that's what they called them, the uniform ladies. So, anyway, these are in excellent condition. This is funny. So as I was going through the purses, I always look inside to find the brand. Well, this one had a receipt wrapped around a little gift card, and it said $4 and change. So I put it in my cart. And Dee Dee's Discounts is a really cheapy store here. I've only been in one time a really long time ago, but there is one next to a Marshall's that I like to go to. I came home and called it, and it has $4.78 on it. So I got like 2 pounds of clothes worth of this card. So surely I can find something. I think I know they sell clothes and stuff, but I think that maybe they sell, can I get my kid some socks or something? I don't know. I'll find something, but that's always fun. Oh, these were also in a leftover overnight bin. Slippers, which some people might not want to buy used slippers, but I knew they were Vionic. They've got a little bit of matting, but really not that much. I'll take my little brush and fluff them up a little, but they're still really fluffy. And they're sadly only a size 6, or I would keep them. I've always wanted a pair. My youngest daughter tried them on. She's like a women's like 3 or 4, I guess. Too big for her, but these will still probably sell for $28 to $30. And the last shoes, I haven't found this brand in a long time. When I held these up for Michael when I got home, he likes to see what I got too. He's like, oh, the Chocolatitas. They're actually Chocolatica, but I always used to call them Chocolita. But I have sold, these are the women's size. I have sold the kids. I have sold the popcorn. It literally looks like popcorn, like movie theater popcorn version a couple of times. The brand is Hot Chocolate Designs, but then this is the Chocolita style. What I like is that the size is always imprinted in the bottom of the shoe, so not a sticker. These I am gonna throw in the washer. Hopefully it doesn't ruin them, but they've got like some dirt marks. But that's the thing about the bins is I can take the risk of ruining things by not having, you guys know I like to hand wash shoes, but these, they just need more than I want to do. So this is the bag. I have two of these. I have a big one, it's an Animal Kingdom bag. So this doesn't weigh very much, but yeah, I did pay for this because it was in my cart that you push onto the scale. So yeah, I was just curious if anybody else does that, or maybe I need to not save my pennies. All right, one last little bag. See, I have the matching tote and I paid for this also. It was just so easy after I checked out to lift my 4 giant bags out. I had 2 up here and I carried 2 and I like shuffled my way to the car. All right, this I got for my daughter. It's brand new. It is Bethel Music, which we like. Elevation Worship, Bethel Music, Hillsong Worship we play here at home. So she liked that shirt and it's never been worn. This is interesting. I found a pair of earrings in a clothing bin. Like usually there's not random stuff mixed in, but they're Bauble Bar. You know, you find this brand at Marshall's now, but I still feel like these are cute enough. They're very Taylor Swift-ish butterflies. They might sell for something. All right. Oh, this was so weird. So I'm always looking for stuff for my own kids, right? My kids love Abercrombie Kids, but it's expensive. I found an Abercrombie Kids t-shirt in this one bin. It was stained. It was awful. I'm like, oh man, what a bummer, because it was her size, a 7'8". You guys, in that same bin, I found the exact same shirt, same size, new with the tags. Like, what? It was like a Twilight Zone moment. And this is perfect for my youngest. It says, I may be wrong, but I doubt it. This is so her. But what are the odds that I find her favorite brand, new with the tags, in her size? So this shirt was actually only retailed for 20 bucks, which is kind of shocking, but she was very happy that I found that. All right, what are you? Oh, this is actually the white t-shirt that I need to see if my mom still needs over there. It's just Dress Barn. She was going to cut the sleeves for something. If we don't end up needing it, I might try to take this too by sell trade, but we'll see. Our guest bathroom, I love the color teal all over my house, and actually this is for the kitchen. I love to find kitchen towels. I stain up my towels. I think I mentioned this in another, I recently sold some tea towels. I need like this kind, like a real towel, because I use my dish towels a lot. So this matches my kitchen. I have a little, like, what is that? A window covering, a curtain. I don't know, it's this short one. We don't have curtains anywhere else in our house. Anyway, it's teal and matches these cute little seahorses. So I got that. On the same note, in the Halloween, that was in a random clothing bin, I got a couple Halloween dish towels. That one, and this one is so fun. Look at it, little ghost, cowgirl ghost. So I got those to hang in the kitchen. I don't decorate my house for Halloween. I have 2 totes of fall decorations, but I just haven't had it in me the last 2 years. I probably will do it this year because we're gonna host Thanksgiving. And we went on a cruise 2 Thanksgivings ago, and last year I think I just pulled out the bin that morning and threw some stuff on the table, but my kids like when I decorate, so I guess I should probably do that. All right, and on the same linens I did in my guest bathroom, I just have a random towel hanging on the rack, and it's from IKEA, probably 15 years ago. So I need a new one, and this was so pretty. It's just a white towel, but it has a Bible verse embroidered. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So I really liked that, and I probably paid, that's probably £2, but worth it. All right, this is going to my mom. I gave her first dibs, but I always find a lot of Vera Bradley purses. You have to check the handles. There was none other worth bringing home this day. This one's in excellent condition, but my mom loved it, so she gets to keep it. Otherwise, honestly, this would have gone to buy, sell, trade. Yes, I know you can sell them, but I don't enjoy listing purses. So I'm happy to get that for her. I got myself a new little Ipsy bag because I don't subscribe to Ipsy anymore, and I actually really like this bag, and it's brand new. Oh my gosh, this was amazing. So my daughter, we're doing Haunted Mansion for Halloween. Aside from that, I needed a couple things for her costume, the same kid. This is her 5th grade year, and so this is the last year she gets to do the book parade where you dress up like characters out of a book. So it's very bittersweet. Well, her and her little friend group have decided they're going as the Wizard of Oz. She's going as Dorothy. I found her costume actually on Poshmark a couple weeks ago. So I have needed red shoes. I have bought 2 pairs of high top red Converse on Curtsy because I need a size 5 to fit her, like women's, and they would still be a little big. Both times, I always send an offer on Curtsy, even if it's just like a small off to make sure that they're active, that they have to accept it. Both times they accepted it. The first one canceled it the next day. The second one went the entire shipping time allotment, requested more shipping, which I didn't even get to agree to. Curtsy agreed to it. And then a whole other week went by. So I'm done buying on Curtsy. It's just unfortunate because I have like $15 credits to spend. Anyway, so I needed red shoes for Molly. And I wish Curtsy and Poshmark, if you are inactive, I wish that like Depop, they would close your account because there's nothing more frustrating than buying something and they never ship it. So I needed red Dorothy shoes. I didn't care if they were sparkly. Converse I was looking for simply because she wears Converse. You guys, a new shoe rotation came out. Not only did I find red, sparkly kid shoes that have been worn like one time, they are her size. What are the chances? So I am thrilled. So happy. She already tried them on, loves them. Okay, long story. One thing for my son, he laughed. I got a little laugh. He's a 9th grader. He does still like his little funny shirts. So this is funny. All right. Picked up, I always fill a stocking for a family member of mine, and that's for Christmas. And so I used to get all my stuff from ThredUp Fun Boxes, but since I don't buy Fun Boxes anymore, I'm always on the hunt. So some brand new cabin socks. I kind of stopped picking up dust bags, but y'all know I wasn't going to leave a Lily Pulitzer dust bag behind. I will use this when I am shopping or packing for a trip. I guess some of these last things are just for personal use, huh? We'll see. I did get this for Play-Dohs, but I figured I would ask my daughter first. It's the brand Cider, which is just a boutique brand, but my Play-Dohs sells a lot of this, but it's a croissant that says love at first bite with a little bow, very preppy. My daughter did actually want that. Same thing. So I don't really inspect items that great at the bins. It gets a good once over and then in it goes, especially when I'm buying this amount. So this was my first, but it's fixable. So it's a Wednesday shirt. My middle had said, Mom, I don't have much Halloween stuff. We like to be extra. And I got home to show her and noticed it had a hole here. And she goes, oh, it's okay. I guess the dance girls it's a thing to cut the top off of your t-shirts like that. So she's actually quite excited that I said she could do that. Then I got myself, y'all know, if you've been around, I love some Buc-ee's. And so the t-shirts, they're actually $20. So I found me another Buc-ee's t-shirt, so nothing special there. These were another fun find. These are a big girl size 4, hot pink Converse. Y'all know my love for Lily extends to my youngest, so she can wear some cute Lily stuff and her hot pink shoes. Speaking of hot pink, she loves it like I do. This is just what brand is this? Snapper Rock. It's just a long sleeve rash guard. We always need these. It's like a new condition. It'll be for it next summer. I did get I have a pillow on my couch that's this shape, and it's got a really cool wool. I think it's from Restoration Hardware a long time ago when I first did my living room in my old house. It's like a wool flowers, and I have a Frenchie now that sheds, and the pillow's navy blue. She has white fur. It's just gotta go. You can't even trying to vacuum it. So anyway, I needed a new pillow cover, and I got this for Once Upon a Child, but my youngest saw it and wanted it. It's just a little girl's Cat and Jack skirt because on Wednesdays, she and her friends wear pink. So, all right. This is truly a best case scenario for me. I only have about 12 items to list in my closet personally. That was my goal since I don't want a lot of extra inventory right now. These went through the washer. They came out so good. There's still a couple little spots, but the inside was a little dirty. So these are great. These came out looking 100% flawless. And I did a little hand wash of these Vionics. They came out nice and fluffy. And then I've just got these couple of items to list myself. So that is very doable for me in like an hour's worth of time. I can get it all listed and bagged and put in my inventory, and that will be like 2 days worth of listings. That was fun. Now I have a lot of laundry to do and prep work because I want to get this stuff just taken care of. I hope you were excited as I was to share with you. And this same day I did get, like I said, an entire tote. I got how many pounds? 17.5 pounds of kids stuff to take, which I'm very excited about. So I will share that with you in the next video, and we will take that and see how much I make. All right, guys, I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.